Welcome to NRL Hot Topic, bringing you the hottest topics from across the rugby league world with the focus on the NRL. Episode 1, Season 2, let's get into it. Welcome back to NRL Hot Topic, and this week we're talking about player identification. What I mean by that is, it's time for the NRL to get in line with other major sporting codes across the globe and start putting players' names on the back of their jerseys. The NRL does this in the All-Stars game. They do it in State of Origin. Why don't they do it in the day-to-day competition? We see this in soccer, how the EPL puts players' names on the back of the jerseys. The National Basketball Association, the National Hockey League, the National Football League, and most Major League Baseball teams as well. Now, before I get into why I believe this needs to happen, we'll take a look at some of the reasons why perhaps it hasn't yet, or why some traditionalists may be opposed. See, rugby league is obviously very unique in that each number indicates the player's exact position on the field. So if you were to have a certain utility player that maybe doesn't play the same position every game, their number would change. Thus, maybe putting the name on the jersey would be a little inconsistent. In addition to this, there are a few other scenarios throughout the NRL season in which a player's number could change. You're sure to encounter things such as injuries, suspensions, player demotions down to reserve grade, and reserve grade players being promoted up to first grade. All that being said, think about how often players switch jerseys anyhow. You have the home jersey, the away jersey, alternate, heritage, woman in league round. I mean, teams have at least 5 jerseys, if not more. One of the primary reasons why most sporting codes have players' names on the back of their jerseys is that it helps the fans and audience understand who they're watching, thus engage in the game to a greater extent. Looking at this from a financial perspective, on merchandise alone, just think of how many kids would love to run around with a jersey of their favorite NRL star, even if they're not necessarily a fan of that particular team. I mean, heaps of kids would buy a Ben Barba jersey, a Billy Slater jersey. The list goes on. Any star, really. We see this all the time in other sports. Years ago, you would have seen a lot of Michael Jordan jerseys or David Beckham. Nowadays, you'll see a lot of Kobe Bryant, LeBron James jerseys for basketball, maybe a Sidney Crosby one for hockey. Kids love to support their stars, and this is a great way to help sell extra merchandise and have these kids connect to the games. Ones that will be financial contributors in the future and whose parents can bring them out to see their favorite teams or favorite stars. The issues that most competitions face, and especially the NRL, as it's competing against the AFL and other codes across Australia, is growth. The game always wants to grow. Bringing these fringe fans into the game can really help secure that. It's the fringe fans that may not watch that often on TV or ever go to a match or support with merchandise that are the key here and the ones we want to connect with. Perhaps if they know who they're looking at, who's being spoken about, little things like this really help engage those people and ensure the best chance for growth. Helps them engage in a little water cooler talk, throw out a tweet here and there, anything to get more and more people into the game. Allowing these people to connect on a more personal level just further ensures a chance of bringing them in as a true loyal supporter, thus enhancing the growth of the game. Thanks for tuning in this week. As always, I ask for your suggestions, comments, criticisms even. Let me know what you want to see in future episodes, and be sure to check out all my social networks. Thanks for tuning in. Rugby League, the greatest game of all.